Hey, I'm going to go live here any second. I'm listening to you, though. I'm listening. So if you hear me say something, that's because I'm going live on TV. Yeah. When you call before you call me, you may want to may hello Texas. Don't turn that dial. This is the Fly Mackey Show, and I'm your host, Fly Mackey. I got Faith on the other line. You know what she's doing? Telling me what to do. Holy cow. Can't believe it. I know a lot of you guys out there, y'all got women that tell you what to do. Oh boy. I'm telling you. How you doing back there, Faith? Are you still talking? Yes, she is. This episode is brought to you by A1 Roofing. Oh, woohoo! That's what she said. Woohoo! Let me see if I can share. I got to share the screen. Hold on, guys and gals. Don't go nowhere. Just want to say hello to Texas. Hello, Texas. Where are they at? I can't see crap with my glasses anymore. And there it is right there. All right. This episode brought to you by A1 Roofing Solutions out of Phoenix, Arizona. Now, I know they're not in Texas yet, but they're going to be. And I'm telling you what, when they show up, ooh, man, you guys are going to be so lucky. I'm telling you. Anyway, all right. We'll talk about A1 Roofing here in a second. I want to talk to you a little bit about this project, about financing, how to become your own banker, how to use velocity banking. If you own a house, you should be wealthy. You don't have to be, by the way, you don't have to make a lot of money to get wealthy. No, you don't. It's just about where you're making your deposits. I'll be right back. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Are you coming in? Right now? Huh? Yes, not right now. Okay. I had to close the door to the studio. Chuck Johnson, the big boy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the owner of the bigger network, is calling me. I said, I'm on TV. Hello, Chuck. Let's talk afterwards, okay? I'm going to do a show here, and then I can talk to you. He's out in the great state of Texas right now. This, hi, Chuck. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by A1 Roofing Solutions. Coming to Texas soon. If you're in the Arizona market, you can give them a holler, and that's A1 Roofing. All right. What were we talking about? Let's look at Bitcoin for just a second, okay? And then an error occurred. All right. All right, fine. It's not letting me in. Hold on. Let me go to the other one. Bitcoin. Let's take a look at this for just a second. And then I want to show you this finance package, okay? Or not finance, but how you can become your own banker, how you can pay for your remodeling projects. And I got a good one to show you today. This is exciting. Let's take a look at Bitcoin right now, just real quick for just a minute. See what's going on with it. Where are we at here? Bada bing, bada bang. Trading right now at 63,813 cents. Ooh, gotta love that. This is from livecoinwatch.com. And of course, you see the market cap here at a $1,250,000,000,000, traded $24 billion in the last 24 hours. All-time high, $73,781.24. Wow, look at this. Here's the chart of what's going on with Bitcoin. By the way, I wanted to show you another chart. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it, but this is real time. What's going on? 63,866 cents. This is in real time. An error. User pool does not exist. User pool? I don't know what that means. User pool. This is an amazing site. If it doesn't have, I'm going to look up. Hold on a second. While you're looking at Bitcoin, I want to look at another site here because I want to pull up a chart here. Let's see here. I want to see if I can pull up this other chart here. We're going to share this tab right here. You guys take a look at this. This is Trading View right here. I remember when these guys were brand new little babies. Now look at them. Amazing site that they have up right here. Highly recommend using these guys. Okay. So watch list. Let's go to the markets. Let's go to crypto over here. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bam, right there. And see if it has the, well, that's not really this is not the view that I wanted to see, but you guys can see here how it's been moving today. And you see where it's at right now. Trading right now at $63,865.28 as we speak. It moved $60 just in the last like 20 seconds. It's going up and down. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I think it looks like it's trying to make a run. I don't know. The way I had it charted, and we'll get another chart up here soon. The way I had it charted, it looked like we may be heading down, but we're going to take, it's a correction. So when I talk about the correction, guys, the corrections can go up and the corrections can go down. It can go in both directions, okay? But in the meantime, I want to show you something. You guys want to see something exciting? I know you do. I'm going to change the camera. Hold on. I know I'm fat. Call me fat. Video. Logitech. Bam! Woo, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Okay, we're going to go over something today that's going to blow your mind. It's going to be a lot of fun to look at. Hey, going on a job or something? Yeah. God bless you. Sell something. How come you didn't ask me to go with you? You're on TV. Well, screw you. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go anyway. I said, why didn't you invite me? He says, you're on TV, man. Okay, I'm going to set this up. This is going to be really cool. I've got about 15 minutes, and then we're going to do another show, okay? Yes, well, we're trying to go digital, period. I don't know if you can hear me on TV as I'm talking to you, but yes, this is the number. And then we're going to move to a digital number soon. It's going to be really cool. I'll help you set up your system too. I'm trying to make some money so I don't wind up in the pokey or the poorhouse. I may have to go to the food line here soon. I might have to move in with you. Let's take a look at this. This is real exciting of what's happening, what's going on with this. I got about 15 minutes. I'm going to do an overview here, guys. Okay. I'm going to do an overview. And then after we do the overview, we're going to do an overview. And then after I do the overview, then we're going to, I'll do another show on exactly, let me put up the sponsor of the show here. Hold on one second. Be right back. Don't go nowhere. Okay. So when you're doing a project, you want to make your projects on your house an investment and not an expense. And I talk to people about this all the time. Well, I got this expense. And by the way, this is why when you go out and find it, and I'm not advocating any contractors, I'm not soliciting for any contractors. This contractor here, this is a great contractor. I happen to know him, and they're the sponsor of this show today. Okay, I do know they do great work. A1 Roofing. All right. So, but what I want to talk to you about is when you do a project, is making it an investment instead of an expense. And a lot of folks look at their houses as just an expense. They're like, geez, it's like this thing does nothing but cost me money all the time. Well, yeah, because it's a liability if you don't keep it up. Like people let their roofs go for 10, 20, 30 years without anybody ever getting up there. When you drive up to your house, do you say, hey, man, that's my house. Man, look at that roof on it, because it's what's covering your house. Anyway, let's look at a way where you can take a project, and this is how velocity banking works. But let's lay it out. So we have a customer here that has a $500,000 mortgage, okay? They had several $100,000 in equity in the property, but instead of getting a line of credit, they went and refinanced, paid off all their bills, but now they have to pay off the mortgage again. And when you do that, you never get any of that money back. You only get to keep what's in your credit lines. But if you pay a bill, you can't call the bill collector, the guy that you owe the money from, and say, hey, can I borrow that money I just paid you back? They're going to say no, because loans don't work that way. So that's why I say the first chance you get a line of credit and pay these things off. But this is how you pay your construction projects off through credit. But let me go down here. She had a $500,000 mortgage. She has a personal line of credit of $10,000. She had a credit card for $10,000. Another credit card for $10,000. She had a credit card for $5,000. She has income of about $12,000 a month, and her monthly bills are $11,000. Okay. Now, the after about $5,000 of this $11,000 in bills is not hers; it belongs to somebody else. But she's paying the bills for some folks. Okay, and it's not in her name, but she's paying the bills. When I went to Zillow, just to give an idea of what the house was worth, it's worth $561,000 according to Zillow. Now, when we put a roof on there, it's really going to be worth that, because it's going to bring up the value of the home, because it's going to have that 30-year roof on there. But once again, I'm not doing the work, but when the company does the work, right? When the professionals. Now, which means she has a little bit of equity in the property. And this is where you should get your lines of credit, or this is where you can get your lines of credit. Now, when you do a mortgage of $500,000, by the way, we're not giving financial advice. Anybody can do this, anybody. So she has a mortgage of $500,000 at 6.125%, 6.125%, okay, for 30 years. She's going to pay a total of $593,698 in interest payments. I can do the math on this again just to make sure I'm right, because I come up with two numbers there. 500,000, 6.125%. She's going to pay $593,698. Okay. All right. Now, I recalculated over here. You can see here where I showed when she paid off, when she uses the strategy that we're going to show her, okay, when she uses strategies that we're going to show her, hold on one second. We got a 30-second delay today instead of the 7-second. I like the 7-second delay. So we're going to show her a different strategy where she's going to pay a higher interest rate than she would for the if she had the mortgage, but this is going to come out of the credit line, and it's a 7% interest rate. But instead of paying 7%, she's going to pay a 7% interest rate, 7%, and with this one right here, the total interest is about $637,721 in interest. But when she follows this strategy right here, she's going to pay off that 30-year loan in 6.5 years. She's still going to pay $123,720 in interest, but she's going to save herself $514,000 in interest payments. Is that the coolest thing or what? And when you do things like this is how you turn your projects from expenses to an investment. Okay? And especially when you fix a house. We were at a lady's house the other day, or a prospect's house, and all she wanted to do was repair after repair after repair, never getting it fixed. And several years ago, when she bought the house, she spent $4,000. Last year, she spent $7,000. She's going to spend another $6,000 this year. Total of $20,000 when she could have fixed it the first time for $20,000 and got it over with and had a 20-year warranty on it where she wouldn't have had to mess with it again. But let's take a look at this right here. I'm just walking. By the way, there's no right or wrong. You guys just remember this. Don't get yourself all up in your underwear all tightened up. It's a learning process learning this, but you can avoid a lot of mistakes. That's a guarantee. So let's just look at this one more time, because I want to go over this. I got about 5 minutes on this show. We're going to take a commercial break, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to walk you through all this, okay? But look at this here. So in Zillow said, and I like to use that site. They're not sponsoring us or anything like that, but Zillow, she has about $60,000 in equity. Now, on this $500,000 piece of property here, that's going to go up another 4% in the next year. So that $56,000, that's another $27,000 that it's going to add to this. That's going to be about almost $90,000, or let's just do the math. It's going to be $88,000. So in the next 6 months, that equity is going to go up to about $88,000. And that's a nice little credit line that you can pull from. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on this, but just giving you an overview, and then we'll do a full show on this, okay? So here, she's going to pay $593,698 in interest. Who would do that? Well, everyone. You get a mortgage, and that's what they do. They put it on auto pay. Her monthly bill, her mortgage payment is $3,048. But the majority of that is interest. And over 30 years, she's going to buy the bank another house. And what I try to explain to everybody, or what I want to bring across to everybody, is why don't you make those payments to yourself? How can you do that? Well, it's called becoming your own banker. Her credit score is set in the 740s, and her husband has better credit than her. So they're not going to have any problem getting a lines of credit. And you guys out there who own homes, you know you have to pay your bills on time to keep your credit scores up for when you have emergencies or something like that. You can go out and get yourself some money. Now, also too, it also helps you learn how to. It helps you get credit when you have good credit scores. Okay, so if you just take a look at this, I'm going to show you how to take everything that she has here, how to get a line of credit, pay off the mortgage, and start paying herself in the line of credit. It's the coolest way of doing business I've seen in a long time. I didn't make it up. All the millionaires and billionaires did it. A1 Roofing, they are the sponsor of this show. They're not in Texas, but they're coming. Okay, if you happen to be in Arizona and you're watching, you need a good roofer, give them a holler. They're probably, you see them on channel 15 all the time. They're probably going to be knocking on your door somewhere in the neighborhood or calling you. If they do, just know you're going to get a good company, okay? All right, you have to say that because they're my sponsor. I love it. Anyway, Fly Mackie. We'll see you on the next episode of Smart Money Culture TV. Bada beep, bada bang. Can you say bada beep, bada bang?